Hello, this is Quick Skills, and today we're going to be building our own arcade in Sandbox Mode for the free VR game Arcade Ranger when purchasing X-Arcade's Arcade2tv-XR controller. Now, if you have yet to purchase one of these devices, go to the description of this video. I'm going to put a link that's going to take you right to X-Arcade's website and include 10% off your first purchase. And so let's jump into Sandbox Mode and build our own arcade. When in Sandbox Mode, you have a few choices for worlds. So this is default world 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's go ahead and jump into world 5. That looks like a pretty good space. Let's name our arcade. And what we're going to do is we're going to select empty. We don't want to have anything in our arcade yet. Okay, so this is our arcade. We have this nice little lobby here. And as we come through, we have a few little nooks and corners where we can dump some things here. And wow, this room just keeps on going. We haven't put anything in here, but look at this huge room we have here. And this is kind of like the party room. I love the carpet that we have. That reminds me of every arcade from the 90s. What I want to show you first is the integration of the X-Arcade controller. So let's put over here, environmental object. We're going to do the X-Arcade. We're going to put it right here. All right, so here we have our X-Arcade. When I walk up to it, it's going to ask me if I want to do arcade mode. So yes, we do want to do arcade mode, and we do want to pick a game. So let's do elevator action. And because we have arcade mode on, we're going to leave virtual reality and it's going to show me my room. So here we have my room. I have to drop these in place here so that it can pick up where my controller is. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push start and select here, or player 1 and player 2. Check out these little brackets here. When we're done, I'm going to move these and hang them here because they kind of stay in the picture when playing. So let's push 1 and 2. And so now we have elevator action and everything, the buttons line up exactly to where I would be playing. So if we look down here and I push these buttons, they're in the exact placement where I would expect them to be. So now I can play elevator action. And what's cool is that everything on this screen, I'm tapping my X-Arcade in real life. I'm walking backwards in my room. I'm looking around. I'm in my virtual arcade, but I can walk up and know exactly where this cabinet is. And my guy got taken out real quick. I wasn't playing. Oh, but I am playing the game. You can see I have my remotes hanging here as I recommended. And now I'm playing my game. What's really cool is once we have this game playing, all we have to do is take our remote, push the select on this controller, and now we have our arcade cabinet here. And what we can do is we can continue putting in line more arcade cabinets. So let's jump over here. Let's do this one. And now we have, man, this cabinet looks real dark. It doesn't have any kind of labeling on it. It just has like this lightning pattern and it says arcade on top. When we walk up to, oh, I didn't even know you could jump. When we walk up to this one, we're going to do arcade mode on. We're going to pick a game. So here we're back. We have to align our new arcade cabinet with this. And now we have some golden act. And what's cool is that every single one of these arcades have like their own sheen to them. So this is actually a pretty good screen. There's no dirt or anything on it. This one also feels like a very cool screen, but there are some that have a little bit of weathering. So let's look at another one. So here is this one. You can see the screen's kind of on a diagonal slant and there is a little bit of weathering on the screen. We're going to walk up here. We're going to pick a new game. All right, we got to do this here. And now we have Gradius playing. So check it out. Just like that, in a matter of minutes, we have elevator action here. We have golden axe here. We have Gradius playing here. And if I want to play a game, all I have to do is just walk right up. The ROM is ready for me to go. So the initial time setting it up is a little time consuming, I would say. But once you're all set up and ready to go, it's a matter of just walking right up to the console you want to play, turning on arcade mode, dropping it. You're going to have to drop this in every time, but it doesn't take that long. You just have to tell the game where it is. And once you do that, you're able to jump right into the game. So we have Gradius now started, and we're going to play Gradius. And you can see, I was telling you, on the screen, you can see a little bit of weathering on this one. So be mindful of what you want on your screen. And I'm kind of kneeling a little bit so you can see the button presses and the Joy-Con. In real reality, base reality 1, I am using my X Arcade controller to sync up with the VR that you see here. And you can go through and put in all the ROMs that you have into this and have your own arcade where you can go and play any of these games that you want. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Joy-Cons from here. We're going to exit. And now we have Gradius still playing. So those are just the arcade games. What I like also about Arcade Ranger is that there are some sandbox type games that you can do. So what we're going to do, let's do axe throwing. So we have axe throwing here. So let's start that. We're just going to throw our axe. And I'm playing dangerously because I don't have my remote wrapped around my wrist. So I don't want to actually throw my remote, which I've been known to do when playing games like this. And for many VR games, the physics don't make a lot of sense, but in this game, they do. And I just need a little bit of warming up. You can see here, I'm getting a little bit better as we play. I got 24 points. So that's one game. Let's see what else they have here. So we have Archery Grid. I did Archery. It's a little finicky for me, but let's give it a go. We're going to put an Archery there. There we go. Popping in the game. Okay, let's start. And so you have to grab your bow. You're going to knock your arrow and then pull back and then just aim for a target. And what I found with this is don't move quickly, do it slowly, and you'll have a pretty good experience. And like I said, these sandbox games are pretty good at simulating the game you're playing. So I feel like I'm playing archery. Like the axe throwing felt like I was playing axe throwing. And what we're going to do is we're going to delete this because this takes a lot of room. So to delete, we're going to hit select on our left controller. We're going to go to edit. And then on our right controller, we're going to point and push the A button to delete. Now we're going to go back to build. Let's see what else we have. We have bowling. So I do like this bowling. This is a full game of bowling in your arcade. So let's see if we can find some room here. There we go. We got our bowling. And we're going to delete bowling when we're done. So all you have to do is walk right up. Grab a ball with your right hand, and then you just roll it down. And then up here, we have some animation. So it looks like we got a strike. I think we got a strike. What happened? Oh, it gave us 9. It wants us to knock down the gutter, the one in the gutter. So we can just roll that right into the gutter, and it should hit it. Oh, it didn't give me credit. I had to roll it a little faster. And this will play the full game of bowling, so we're not going to continue with that. But let's go ahead and delete. There we go. And let's check out what else we have. Now, I do see there's a galaxy bowling, so I'm going to guess the animations are a little bit different. Here we have baton passing machine. I haven't seen this, so let's drop that there. So I believe what this is we're going to try to catch the lightning bolt, and it's just going to drop one, and you just gotta catch it with your remote. Let's see. There we go. Oh, that's fast. Okay, a little bit of a tester reflexes. All right. Okay, so we could do that all day. We can leave that there because we have room. Let's do another environment piece. This is another baton passing, so we just played that. We have basketball, so that has the Bulls on it. That's cool. I wish you could customize the team. All right, we have a leaderboard. And then to play, all you do is grab, and you can grab 2 balls at a time if you want, but you're just gonna throw the ball into the basket. And I've played other basketball games before. This is one of the better simulated basketball free throws that I've played. Like, I feel like the amount of power that I'm doing to throw the ball is about right for an arcade experience. One of these arcade games. So I feel like I really do have one of these in my home. And we still got 40 seconds. Or 50 seconds. I'm not gonna run it all the way out. But you can see you can leave it out. So you have your arcade cabinets, you have your Zeus thing, you have your axe throwing. Let's put something else down. So here we have 9 buckets. I think this is the last of the virtual environments. So what you do here is you toss the ball into the open box. So when a box opens up, You're going to score points by just throwing a ball in there, and you can use two hands if you want to speed up your throws. And so here you can see we have this. And you can spend as much time as you want decorating your arcade. So if we go over to decorative object, wall object for instance, we can put in a little neon sign. We can put in some cool things here. Hot dog. You can never have too many hot dogs in your arcade. You can just spend time customizing your arcade. You have some floor objects we can do. Little stool. One thing I want to mention is you can buy Arcade Ranger without owning the X Arcade. I think it's $16 in the store, $16 or $17 in the MetaQuest store. If you don't have the arcade X Arcade, but you plan on getting one later, you could theoretically just buy the game and start building your arcade. One thing I want to show you is if you don't have an X Arcade, what you're going to do is you're going to put in your ROMs. Let's walk up to this one. And what you're going to do is you're going to leave X Arcade mode off. And so now I'm using these sticks to play the game. And so right joystick, if I press it in, or left joystick, if I press it in, it gives me credits. And so now we're playing Arkanoid. And like if I want to move around, I can move around, but it's not lined up with my X Arcade. So I don't have to, I could be all the way across my room playing this game virtually like this. So I'm standing as far back as I want to be. But what the point I'm trying to make is that you can play these games with your MetaQuest remotes and not have to have the X Arcade Arcade2-XR controller. Anyways, that is the arcade games using the mapping of this. And so you can see here, we can explore arcade. All the additions that we made stay there permanently until you delete them. And you can go ham, just updating everything, putting it up the way you like. All your ROMs are going to be there. If you don't like so much noise when you start the game, you can turn the sound down. So like we don't need every game playing the full sound. And it can get loud if you turn it all the way up. It can get loud. The track screen will get real loud if you have them all at 5. So be mindful of that. But otherwise, this is a great game. I love just exploring in VR. I just would love to see other people's customizations as far as what they would do. You got a little bit of, whoa, a little pop in here, like invisible wall, or like you can go through the wall. But anyways, this is Quick Skills. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you do get X Arcade, let me know. I'd love to see your arcade in VR. Thank you so much for watching. You have a good day.